Hey everybody, this is Rido and we are back to Mirror's Edge. Now, we're going to do the time trial, so let's hop into that. I'm not going to enter an email address or anything, so a little trick here, you can hit B to cancel and play offline. I don't think that that should be a requirement when you buy a game to give your identity and your email address to the creator of the game on top of it. And it's just rude, frankly. Even some modern games have tried to do that, and I've just said no. So let's do Playground 1. So the time trials are not the speed runs of the games we've done here. So our target time is 2 minutes to run, what is this? A total length of 263 meters. So each section is showing us is a certain distance. So I don't even know why it bothered to tell me that information. In fact, I'm not even sure what the game is doing right now. Yeah, it faded it out for some reason. Alright, so the first checkpoint is 45 meters, second checkpoint 68, third's 39 meters from the second, the fourth is 59 meters from the third, and the fifth is 52 meters from the fourth. So, by the way, you can set this to imperial measurement if you so felt the need. So, negative 13 there. So this is the training ground section. I'm gonna cheat here and fall. And then fall again. That's adding, I don't know if it's actually penalizing me for that, but I was trying to jump there in hopes. Where am I supposed to go? I don't think I'm gonna make that. Notice my runner's vision is not enabled right now. So this is the same path we took in the train area, which is a good one to start on. Coming back after having played the entire game, in theory would mean that I should be pretty good at this, and yet I'm not. One thing I would like to click is, if I hit the X button, does it slow down time? And the answer seems to be no. Right now I'm running at 1 star because I was supposed to have done this in 2 minutes. And we've now taken 2 minutes to just get this far. This is where we're really gonna see it. I'm down to 1 star. I'm down to 0 stars at this point. So maybe it did penalize me when I fell those 2 times. Like this whole section. There, that's a pain. There's a pole right there, specifically so I can't hold on to the edge and walk that way. So we're now at 2 minutes 40 seconds. We're supposed to do this whole bit. This entire thing was supposed to be done. So you can see that we've got red now. Let's see, jump, hang over that, jump, roll. So one little benefit, because we're doing this in non-story mode, you don't have to land that jump perfectly. 3 minutes 19 So, no good. I beat my personal record, and that's it. So, skill rating 0 stars, try again, exit race. So, interestingly here, I have nothing, and it has me logged in as admin in the top right, probably because I'm in offload mode, which seems strange. So, I can't do any of these, can I? I can't unlock even these other time trials until I beat the other ones. So we're gonna quickly, since I have very little interest in doing these time trials anyways, since there's no achievements in Steam and it's just not gonna really happen. Not well. Anyways, not without me spending a lot of extra effort and time playing this game. So one trick I do know is you do this to get up here. Then you run out here. And then you slide down here. And we jump here. And I fall. That seemed to add 30 seconds there. Let's watch our clock next time we die, just to double check there. If every death it adds 30 seconds to the game. But just the act of jumping there pretty much felt like at least 7 seconds. Oops. So the time is 1 minute 10 for this one. I'm about to pass 1 minute 10. No police here. None of that as a problem. So that gets me up to this point. Which gets me up to this point. Which allows me to jump to this point. Which has me 19 seconds more than needed. So yeah, it feels like I could do that. Was that the chase or was that edge? Like, no, that was edge we just did. So why did it put me on chase? I don't know. It did it again. Right there. The menu's broken. So, qualifying time 1 minute 10 seconds. And take note, this is just the main game areas. I'm not seeing anything new. Darn it. So, did that add time or did it? There's actually a wall run there. If you just wall run right there and jump over like that. So yeah, at least these first few time trial things are just what we did in the main game. So in the main story mode, if we had focused, so I need to come over here to get this checkpoint actually. It's got us going a different direction this time, at least. Right, how do you get back over? This is changing things up a little bit. There we go. I don't think that was quite the way it was supposed to be done. And now it wants me to run back this way. To do one of the worst jumps. I don't know if this is really gonna fall into the top 5 worst jumps, but it's pretty bad. It's early on in the game, and the checkpoint system's not great on it. So a slight change there in Arland. We can check our personal bests to make sure we have a personal best, but it's still the same layout. I don't know if we get any new areas at all, or if we just get new implementations of the same areas. I did not pull that off quite the way I should have. That one's not too bad. It would be nice if I could pull off a couple of these. See, when you have momentum and you run towards some of these things, it flings you in a totally different maneuver than what you would see normally. Come on. Can we make it? No, we're already down to 0. 4 seconds short on that one. So it definitely feels like something I could do with a lot of effort, not playing while recording on YouTube, which probably takes about half of my concentration just doing that to talk and describe. These are exactly what you would want in a game in Mirror's Edge as extra missions. It's kind of sad that they're not just better integrated into the main story. That it would be really nice when you have some game like this that that is going to have a speedrun mode, for them to just save how long it took you to play that level in the main story and say, well, your personal best was already this because we saved that and we just didn't tell you until you unlock this section. So here's a whole bunch of stars that you didn't even know you were earning to start off with. Let's see. Instead, what most games have a tendency to do is say, well, we want you to play this game more. And I totally get why they would have that feeling, particularly for this game. You really can't get around that this is a 9-10 hour game at most if you don't sit there and replay it. Where am I going? I am in totally the wrong place. I don't think I can get back over there. Nope, I can't. I went the wrong direction. And now I'm like way far back. So, what I want to see for video game creators now, going forward in 2016 and going forward in the future just generally, is for them to have more confidence in their creations and... Oops, that didn't work. And not always feel like they have to give a 60 to 100 hour experience to charge a full price for a game. Now, with Steam refunds and 2 hours of gameplay, that will affect... Oh, I could walk right through this gate, couldn't I? Darn it! I hate when I just miss things. That's why where the runner's vision really comes in handy. So how do you get up there? Can't punch that door. Can't get up that way. Yeah, I don't think it's that way. I think I was right the first time. I think you go over here. And then, is there a gate somewhere around here I can walk through? Or something I can climb up? Like this. Oh yeah, you climb up here. Wow. Was not expecting that. Climb up here. Jump over here. Make a nice run and jump over there. Oh. Seems like I might have been able just to scooch here on this side to get up there too. This almost feels like a puzzle, but because it's timing you, you're not having a great experience with that puzzle. Last thing I'd want to do is take the 3 minutes and 45 seconds that it has taken me to do this, because that just makes me feel like I'm not very good at the game, and there's only so much of that I can admit to myself before I start to feel frustrated and feel like the game is unfair. And in a lot of ways, for a lot of players, this game is incredibly unfair, because it is binary. It's either you do the exact jump or move we're thinking about, even though we're not telling you what that move or jump is, and or you fail. Had to, for instance, there I pretty much just guessing that that was the right way. So 2 minutes and 47 seconds extra for that. I'm getting no stars for this. The star system does not work great. You should get at least 1 star. You should be able to, at the very least, unlock something. Because now we are at the point of non-progression, which this game has had problems with in the main story too, where you just get shot or you miss a jump and you just have to try again. Try again. Die and try. Die and try. That's not the gameplay experience that almost any video game player wants. Almost all video game players don't mind a lower score, they don't mind losing hearts, they don't mind losing coins, but they really do mind spending 30 minutes doing the same thing over and over again. Value a player's time is what you have to do. Ooh. Do I want to get back over there, or how would I get back over there? It's over there. The question is, how do I reach that? I guess I do this or something like that. And jump over here and see if I can reach something. There you go. Jump down with the left trigger. Reach up here. Reach that. Where's the next one? Over here. Not a big problem. Jump over here. Jump down this way. These are all right next to each other. Quite a few checkpoints just to make sure we know where we're going. I could have used more of these in the main game actually. So that is where we hit a strange point. Oops. I could have made that if I had just not hesitated. Yep. Yeah, it's strange that this exists in the game and just wasn't given to you. I can't believe I made that. It's just not given to you in the main game. If we had Runner's Vision and those going on, it would have been great. That's a little frustrating. Not on top of being a little frustrating because I'm not accomplishing any of them, which I'm not really super surprised about that, but I am a little surprised they're not giving me at least 1 star for beating it. I mean, I deserve a little reward for beating the game, even if I'm terrible at it. Come on, video game programmers, dumb down your game. There are going to be players. This is a game too that's not super violent. It's got the gun thing going for it, I suppose. But beyond that, versus something like a Call of Duty or any other first-person shooter game, it's actually kind of tame. And Mirror's Edge Catalyst has a lot of potential there if it does get rid of all of the gun violence to then improve it, potentially lower its rating and have younger players play it. Now, if you're going to cater to that opportunity, which would be nice because we all know there's just not enough games for little kids in the world. Well, I know it particularly as I try to cover the LEGO series of video games and find very few other games I can even replace those once I run out of LEGO games. So they have that opportunity where they can cater to that and make this have a mode, not totally destroy the main story or the gameplay for a average adult player, but have a mode for little kids, like a no-fail mode, which personally for me, I think I'd prefer a no-fail mode just in general when recording YouTube videos while playing. Let's see. How do I get up here? Even if, like, just the placement of things, they sort of do this where if you don't know how to get up by some multiple button combination, you can run around to the back and take more time to do that to reach your goal. But it's still not great. It still usually has one or two jumps that would be really hard for kids. I would be alright even if they wanted to do a quick time event mode where you just have to hit A and everything else is on rails. That's a pretty extreme modification, but that would bring in really young kids. So all you have to do is hit A. Just hit A at the right times. That's there's several really old games that used to work like that, where you just hit a button and that was it. So here we are in another section of the game, trying to find the right way to do this. What's the right way up? Where are we going? Oh, I probably wonder if you have to actually activate the switch, or if the door was open. Let's try this. Let's restart the race. So there is a ghost. We haven't seen it up to this point because I haven't beaten anything and played it a second time. So those doorways are locked. So you do have to come in here, but if I come in here, this door is now closed. So how do you hit that switch? Doesn't feel like you do. So we hit this. Oh, and the next one was right here, and I missed it. And then the next one is right here. And then the next one is right here. And then the next one is right here. And how do we get up there? Now, I kind of feel like these have been modified, but maybe they haven't. No, this feels about the same layout as it was before. You could have moved these around, given us a slightly different experience. It's not that hard to move. So where's the next piece? Come over that. Another one of these. Man, there's a lot of this going on. Wow. We are seeing the ins and outs of this thing. How do we get up? You go up here, you go up here, you go up here. You jump over to that. Or you just jump up to that. Just jump over here. Go back up here. Almost feels like they didn't want me to climb this the first time, but I'm pretty sure I had to. Climb this one. And yeah, it feels like we're going the same, we're going in circles a little bit there. That way, and where's the last one? Up here. Last one is right here where we started. So it feels like we just did a loop around a couple different things. And again, no real there. So if we say try again, start race, when it says go, if we just stand still for a second, we should see our ghost. But we're not seeing a ghost. Really? They said there was a ghost. Maybe show ghost? Let's restart the race. We beat the race once, we should be seeing a ghost. And yet we're not seeing it. Maybe it's because we're playing it offline. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Ghosts would help a little bit. Well, we only got like 3 more. Let's do it. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the end of this. So you have to ask yourself, why have a time trial mode where the levels are slightly different? And I can't activate this elevator, so that's not the way it was supposed to work. Where the levels are slightly different in time trial mode. And then also have a speed race mode where the levels are exactly the same as the story mode, and then make you play story mode first and not count those runs in story mode towards your speed race mode. It's silly. It's rather silly. It's just inefficiency for inefficiency's sake. They just want you to spend 20 hours on this game. And honestly, if any game made me play the game twice, and I didn't feel like playing it twice, I'm just gonna hate it. I'm just gonna totally hate it the second time. I'm just gonna be miserable and upset about wasting my time on something I am not interested in doing, just because. just because they think that my time, I won't be satisfied unless they waste my time. I mean, really that's what it gets down to. They're saying they think I'm not going to be happy unless this game is 20 hours, and that's just not the case. I'm really surprised there was never anything to do with the statue. And it's kind of surprising the statue even exists. It's so angular when everything else is pretty much uniformly not angular. How do you get over there? Like, I have no idea how you even make it over there. Seems like there should be a door right here. I may not be able to finish this. Simply on the matter of it's just seems impossible. So like if I run here and go here, how does one get up? Are there stairs back here? No. And to get up here you do that. And then to get across you do that. Wow, and I am just like right at the beginning of the game again. Here's the server room that we did nothing in. Here's the computers we never interacted with once in the game. Here's the stapler. It's a red stapler. Maybe that's the weapon I should have been using the whole game. But, like, I can't even do it. I can't even do this. I probably could, but it seems like a waste of time. Come over here, we run while this is the exact same thing we did. It's been 4 minutes, we haven't collected one. And let's just exit this race for a second and look at it. Office, click back in here. How many checkpoints are there? 1. Really? Okay. So instead of being a pain of having multiple checkpoints to reach, it's just decided to be a pain to get to that one. I am not certain that you can actually kick the glass and effectively wall run and effectively get all the way across to that point. It feels much more like something that you would have to... Give me some glass to break. Come on, instead of glass doors. Here's a whole section that if we could get in there, maybe we could do something. And it just starts you right back here because that's the only checkpoint. Just break all the glass while we're at it. So, that feels like that might be the way up. Yeah, it does. It feels like that might be the way up. Unless there's stairs. No, it's not the way up because this is the way up. We can just do this to get up here. So in theory, maybe you could wall run against that, do do a 180 and jump from there. This one, then we have no idea where this goes. And we badly need an ability where we could jump over the ledges just as a smooth animation so that you could very quickly get downstairs. There's nothing in these stairs, irritatingly enough. Come on, glass. There's nothing up here. There's no way to swing on those banners. Standing on this doesn't have you fall down. Nothing up here. Wow, it's here. Oh no, it's not there. Well, maybe it is there. I don't know. Let's just look at it. I wish we could fly around in like a paused mode. I think it is there. I think you have to go up there and then run around the top of that and then fall down there. And it wants you to do all that in less than 1:05, and it took me 3 minutes just to figure that out. Just frustrating. We got 2 more. Convoy. What else could you have in this game? Well, you could have side missions, and I think there should be side missions where you would pick up something and deliver something. Just pick up a bag and deliver it to a new location. And if you pick up the bag and you don't deliver it, it's not a problem. If you don't pick up the bag and you walk onto the delivery location, it's not an issue. You could have more chase sections where, I mean, even if you were just running after your runner friends, and they would just say, catch me if you can, that's fine, as far as the chase sequences. You could have some challenges that were along the lines of jump over 100 rails, slide over 100 times, go to a big baseball field and see if you can slide into third base. That would be alright. As a just cutesy challenge / achievement. Let's see. I don't really want to fight people in this game. I want this to be one of those few games where you just aren't fighting people. I do want more characterization, but I don't want like a dialogue choice wheel where I get to control the characters. I think Faith works better as a written character than she does as somebody who we can just put our own personalities onto. Or she would work better as a written character if she was actually written more. So that's Convoy. Last one is Shard 1. The one thing I have really felt that was amazing about covering this game now is the fact that I did a spotlight for this in December of 2014. And wouldn't have said probably half of the criticisms that I'm saying now, and have said while covering reviewing this game. And that all comes 100% from having a year of doing this and being slightly better at it. My hopes, at least. And so it would be interesting if for example, 5 years from now, I came back and played this game again and reviewed it, and saw how well it stood to the test of time. And that is kind of the issue with all video game reviews, is that they always review them in the time bubble of reality, if that makes any sense. So a game that's good in 2000 will not particularly be a good game in 2016. A game that is good in 2016 will not particularly be good in 2020. And a game that is bad in 2016 might actually, for some reason, be a better game in 2020. Particularly with patches and a slightly changing style and opinions of what we want in games. Oh man, I missed. I'm just trying to do what I think I'm supposed to do, and I'm not doing what the game wants me to do. So that is one of the reasons why I think doing these retrospective reviews right before the sequel, or in this case, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is a prequel, comes out. For my intents and purposes, it's still a sequel, even if the story is set before the first one. It's a sequel in the fact that the programmers are assumed to be better at programming a game like this, and we are going to demand that they do a better job than the first game and not make the second game worse than the first game. As a consumer, that's, I think, a valid demand to make. We want to see the video game industry improve, not backslide. Man, these just go in circles. See, that's what I was trying to do a while ago on the very first time trial, was jump on the beam, so it would be a faster experience of having to actually walk on the teeter-totter beam. Playing this in third-person perspective would be very different, though. I almost think that they should only go to third-person perspective in a replay. And this game sorely needs a replay system and just doesn't have it. Even here on the time trials, if we sit here and click on the shard, there's no replay your best run or anything like that. No video getting recorded or anything like that. So we've gone through all the time trials and got no stars. The speed runs, again, are just a story. So we'll do what? How about we'll do number 3 here and just start it to show that it will be the main game still.
Roburn's got an office at Seafield International.
Gonna be police shooting at me. It's gonna be everything
on top of the building
that we expect.
Look, I saw Roburn.
They want me to do this in less than either 8 minutes or 8 hours.
Roburn really is mixed up with Pope's murder and Kate's setup, and he sure won't be a talker. He'll be a fighter.
Yeah, they want me to do this entire section of the game in less than 8 minutes. We can see. How are we supposed to get over there? Let's try with that. Oops. And every time you take damage, it takes you a little bit longer to recover. And so it's a little bit slower. So I probably chose poorly here in a sequence that's not actually full of police. Yeah. But I don't think you can ever have that, the experience you'd want, where you ran through the stories with no people in them. I don't think you can have that. And that's a little strange. that should be like a super easy mode where the police just don't show up at all. Police are on strike type stuff. Where am I supposed to be going? Over here, so... Run in here, run up here, run down here. Maybe this is the sequence I'm talking about. Nope. This right here. Like, quickly, pretty soon here, we should run into some police. It's been 2 minutes and 30 to run this sequence. And here we get a little bit more characterization of the city more than anything else, where they're talking about how they may allow non-nicotine cigarettes. Oh no, please no, how did I end up back in the office? Oh, I can't go up that way, I think I'm supposed to go up this way. I seem to recall, let's see, so time is paused in the cutscene, that's good to know. Let's go ahead and skip that. And now we should be getting chased by police. Somewhere. Right? Where are they? Notice that the glass was not broken out there, but in the time trial mode it was. Well, I'm not seeing any cops. I'm not hearing any noise, I'm not hearing any guns. Alright, now I'm hearing guns.
More blues, head for the roof. Don't forget your public enemy #1 face. To those guys, you've got meal tickets written all over. There's a cop. We finally see him. There we go. So I think we satisfied our curiosity here enough. So I was 437 there, and we're pretty much still at 437, so no penalty really for dying. There we go. Don't stop, you ain't shaking them yet.
Keep on running, keep on running. I kind of wish the world didn't have this white runner's vision on it, too, because when you look at the trees and such, things here are missing colors that they should have, unless they are literally going around planting fake white plants or painting plants. 5 minutes, 40 seconds. Here, hit that button. That's gonna give me this. Come on, open.
Shit, lost her.
Help Hope I'm going the right way. What was the deal with the rats too? We kind of have to wonder. They didn't really play
Drake's got a hideout up ahead. Head for the cranes and I'll update you when you get closer.
They played no part in the story, and they kind of don't work with the city.
Watch it, Faith. The Blues have a chopper incoming.
I would feel like the city here that wants to kill potentially 6 runners would also want to kill every single rat in the game, in the world. Man, that was a strange way to get up there. I think I missed something. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Apparently I'm supposed to go here. So, turning around and looking from one side to the other from those jumps need to be improved in the next game too. It's very slow as far as the process. Hope I'm going the right way.
Looks like you're gonna have to fight.
I feel like I may have just gone in circles. And this is that whole section where you have to fight. Pretty much have to.
Watch it, Blues up ahead. Looks like you're gonna have to fight.
So they just smack you back like that. Try to get that gun from them. Is there any other way? You know what? How about we do this? Let's just shoot them. We've done a full pacifist run. Let's just shoot them. I am not opposed to shooting bad cops in a video game.
Watch it, Blues up ahead. Looks like you're gonna have to fight.
So we'll get that first gun. We'll talk about the gun mechanics. I've left them out of the conversation for this whole game, specifically because it's just not what you want. I don't think it's really even going to be that bad. Let's see. Where are you, Copper? Dead. Damn. Oh wow. I shot that guy in the knee several times. And he didn't really react or go down.
Watch it, Blues up ahead. Looks like you're gonna have to fight.
So again, slow motion, grab the gun. If you get the gun, you do have that ability now to shoot. But is this fun?
That's the last of them, Faith. Now get going.
Now, here, let's pick up a gun here for a second. Walk over to this and jump. Can't climb, can't do anything. So your gun's useless now. You can't use it because you can't go anywhere. The whole shooting sequences are pointless in this. We're at 9 minutes and 44 seconds of this mess. To that. Let's see, we're going under here. Up. So could I really have done, oops, the door closed on me. Why would it do that? Could I really do these levels in the time they want? Here we notice that the elevator has paused it too. Which means as soon as the elevator door opens, it's going to start again. 10 minutes and 13 seconds. So yeah, in theory, yes, I probably could spend a lot of effort to do this, but it's just not what I want. It's just not the parkour. It's not that hardcore parkour you're looking for in Mirror's Edge. I'm very surprised more games didn't try to copy this. In a lot of ways, if you tried to do something like this in 2D, it would be a decent cell phone game. And there are a few Infinite runners that are sort of like this, but don't quite do everything or capture the same feeling. I think the 2D-ness of it might also make it feel a little bit different. But as far as independent or AAA big 3D games, I've seen nothing very close to it at all. The closest next thing would be Assassin's Creed, which, sure, I guess that's somewhat similar. Again, you get lost all the time in this game. Not supposed to be able to grab that, obviously. Not supposed to jump. The fact that you're not high up enough is weird. It does feel kind of strange in this video game that you'll often fall just the height that I would think you could actually survive, and instead of surviving you die. Of course, it also has a bit of the Tomb Raider reboot problem in which it often will just show you completely die instead of just saying game over or resetting or fading to black, which is, I think, more ideal. We don't need to revel in the violent death of our character. Very few people are looking for that in their game.
Not for long, I'll bet.
Where are we going? Well, I went full circle somehow. There's a lot of red items right now on the map that are confusing me as far as where I'm actually aiming for. Right. So this is the whole jump across here, jump up here, get up this crane. So this sequence is supposed to be one of the most awesome sequences ever, but I'm so invested in it, in landing and not dying, that I don't even get to enjoy it as I pull it off. So, like, this is supposed to be an amazing sequence. Not the part where you fall to your death, of course. Really? And how much more of this level is there? I may have to just call it. I did want to show, though, just what a time trial would be like. For a player who's talking speaking to YouTube people while playing, and not putting his full focus on it, and isn't an expert at any particular game, this is what you can probably expect to happen on your first run through. Maybe on your second or third run through you'll pull it off fine. I don't even think I can get down here. I think I've died. I've messed up. Yeah, that whole area shouldn't even exist. Yeah, and I think we're gonna have to wrap this up because even if I make it through that jump, I don't think that is the end of the episode, of the level. That guy completely misses you every time. Run here. There's not enough of a visual language in this game to clearly express what it intends for you to do. It has some of it, but just not enough of it. Right. Climb up here. Look to the left, which takes forever. Climb up here. Do this. Climb up this. And jump, pull my legs in. Climb up here. $16 so we've gone double the time it wanted to go. Alright, so you need to know every trick. So that's supposed to be a cool jump right there. And that's supposed to get you there. And...
Did you just do what I think you did? God damn it, girl, I just spilled my Joe all over the keyboard.
Hey, can you get a message to Miller? I need to see him again.
Sure.
there we go. So, new record time, 17 minutes and 41 seconds. Old record, nothing. Admin. So, the qualifying time was 8 minutes. And what does qualifying get us? Probably nothing, considering this was the Steam version of the game and it doesn't get you an achievement. It probably would have gotten you an achievement otherwise. But as far as everybody else, that's it. So that's Mirror's Edge. Play it for the story. Don't play it for the speedruns or the time trials unless you really, really are good at it. Still no way to run through the story mode and do the experience with no bad guys. That's really what this game settings options needed, was a very easy mode. I could, of course, play it on hard now, which would turn off runner vision, which is a option in the menu, so I will applaud that you could have played on easy and had the reticle off if you wanted to get motion sick and the runner vision off if you didn't want to use any of that. However, the subtitles have a problem, a major problem. That's a disability issue. Subtitles need to say everything that's spoken in the game, including offhand things that are said in the elevators. Not a big issue for a person that can hear, a huge issue for somebody who's actually deaf. Well, that's it for Mirror's Edge. I look forward to Mirror's Edge Catalyst being a lot better in a few areas and being maybe a little bit longer if they can do that, and being a little bit more interesting in the story, which I kind of hope they can do that. And then I also look forward to, regardless of how Mirror's Edge Catalyst goes, I look forward to a Mirror's Edge 2 coming out in potentially 2 to 4 years from now. That's going to be it for this series. As always, I ask you to like this video, I ask you to share it with your friends, I ask you to comment if you want to, and I ask you to watch every second of my videos, because all of that helps me, tells YouTube that my videos are worth watching. Also, you can click on my name Rido, that gets you to my main YouTube page. There's a playlist tab that you can click on, that'll take you to playlist for every game I've ever covered. And then on my main YouTube page on the right is a blue button that says support this channel. If you want to support me, it would be very much appreciated if you clicked that and made a donation. And then finally down below I have social media links so you can follow and friend me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+. You can friend me on Steam, you can friend me on Battle.net also. If you follow me on any of those social media sites, you will see the second new videos come out and be ahead of the class. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going through the whole series. And have a good evening. Bye.